Well, thank you so much for joining us on the news at this hour. The Nigeria Railway Corporation has concluded plans to launch night operations before the second quarter of 2024. The managing director of NRC, Fidet Okiria, disclosed this during an interview with the news agency of Nigeria on Monday. Okiria said the train is meant to operate at all times as people may like to travel in the evening, but because of the security situation in the country, rides were limited to daytime. According to the NRC DG, this simply means that the corporation will begin 6 train trips daily on the standard gauge train across board. The federal government has banned 18 foreign universities operating in Nigeria, describing them as degree mills, further warning Nigerians to avoid enrolling in such institutions. The directive affected 5 universities from the United States, 6 from the United Kingdom, and 3 Ghanaian tertiary institutions. Also, the Federal Ministry of Education, in a move to sanitize the education sector yesterday, announced the temporary suspension of evaluation and accreditation of degree certificates from the Republic of Benin and Togo. Announcing the ban in a statement published on its website, the National Universities Commission explained that the federal government had not licensed the affected universities and they had been closed down. The decision is against the backdrop of a report which exposed how some officials of the Beninese University produced fake university degrees for a fee. Now, the Nigerian Meteorological Agency has predicted sunny and hazy weather for the north and north-central states of the country beginning from Wednesday, January 3rd, 2024. NIMET also warned about cloudy and hazy weather with slim chances of isolated thunderstorms over the coastal cities of Delta, Bayelsa, and Rivers State during the afternoon and evening periods. The agency made the predictions in its weather report released in Abuja on Tuesday. According to the agency, airline operators are urged to obtain an updated weather report from NIMET for effective planning of the operations. NIMET also advised the suspension of dust particles in the air calls for necessary precautions by the public. The Central Bank of Nigeria has disclosed that cash withdrawals will not be possible from accounts opened for virtual and digital asset transactions. According to the Apex Bank, withdrawals from these accounts will only be possible by transfer or through a manager's check. The bank, in its new guidelines on operations of bank accounts for virtual asset service providers, said an account opened under its new guidelines will only be used for transactions on virtual and digital assets and not for any other purpose. In a December circular titled Circular to All Banks and Other Financial Institutions, Guidelines on Operations of Bank Accounts for Virtual Asset Service Providers, and signed by the Director, Financial Policy and Regulation Department, Haruna Mustafa, the banking regulator announced a policy change on crypto assets and directed banks to begin to aid crypto transactions. In its new policy direction, the bank stated that it was more open to the idea of regulation rather than its earlier position of the restriction of crypto assets from the formal banking sector. And from the international front, the health ministry says the death toll from Israel's war on Gaza now stands at 22,313 Palestinians. At least 57,296 Palestinians have also been wounded. Thousands more are trapped under the rubble of their homes and are presumed dead. In the past 24 hours, 128 Palestinians have been killed and 261 others were injured in Israeli attacks. Now let's head on to sport. On a sad note, the coach Sebastian Broderick Immersion, the man who led the Golden Eaglet to their historic victory at the 1985 Under-16 World Cup in China, is dead. He was aged 85. Broderick Immersion, affectionately referred to as Nigeria's first World Cup winning coach, passed away today after battling illness for some time. According to media reports, the news was confirmed via WhatsApp by Harrison Jala, the chairman of the Professional Footballers Association of Nigeria, a task force. And that's it for the news at this hour. Thank you so much for watching. I am Omohefe Peace Osemere. Good afternoon.